From Arkansas's streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 6.
Good morning. Thank you for being with us on THV 11 or streaming on the THV 11 Plus. I'm Karen Fuller.
I'm Hayden Balgavy. Happy Monday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Tracy Bean is with us this morning to kick off your week. And, you know, sometimes getting ready in the Monday mornings is tough. It's tough to bounce back after the weekend.
Sometimes it takes us a little longer than others at times.
I took 3 alarms today.
I know.
Right here.
Well,
3 alarms.
Good news.
Hi, Ashley.
I got my friend with me.
Hey there.
Not even mic'd up. I didn't realize what time it was.
In fairness,
You can talk into mine.
in
It'll
fairness
be fine.
to the people,
I'm like, oh, I think it's time.
in fairness to the people, I thought you were off today because you worked on Saturday, and I told like everybody, I was like, no, she's off today.
Well, yeah, he came out and told me I was off, so I just thought I'd
Yeah.
So you can put this one on me. You can put it
Be
on
fine. Be fine. Well, I'm going to do
Okay.
weather real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit more about traffic, maybe. I don't know. Hey, there's not a lot going on, so may give you actually a little time to get ready to finish up. This morning we do have a few light rain showers as we are heading into the northern portion of the state. We've got a boundary that's just stretched across Arkansas, of course, and it's just a boundary right in there, and all of that rain for the most part is north of that. So this morning we are seeing some beneficial rain around Jonesboro, Melbourne, Walnut Ridge, Paragould this morning. Around Wynn as well. If you're traveling maybe to Memphis, you may run into some of that this morning. Here in central Arkansas, we're seeing a few little light showers and maybe even a few little pop-ups with some storms, maybe a little rumble of thunder as you're waking up, but they're very tiny this morning. Not expecting a lot of rain. We may see a little bit more as we're heading into mid-morning, so around 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. Right now it is 50 in the capital city. We're seeing those winds more east-northeasterly, around 8 miles per hour, so a little breeze out there, but cloudy skies will remain for the most part. You can see that cool air is just north of that boundary and keeping things a little bit warmer down south. We'll even see 80s down south while we keep those 50s and 60s north of the metro. So let's talk about that 3-day forecast. Keeping 70s for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even going to see some 80s possibly this week. But today, light showers possible. Not expecting a lot of rain here in central Arkansas. But Tuesday, fairly dry, 78, and that sets that atmosphere a bit warmer as well as we're heading into Wednesday with our weather impact alert. Potential for some severe storms as we're heading into the evening, and some heavy rain as well, mainly off in the northwest and west portion of the state. But we'll get some good rain here too. Rain's going to continue, Ashley, so that might make traffic a little cumbersome for the next few days and even into early next week.
Well, I better get my act together then if I'm going to be covering all of this. Right now, though, things are looking pretty good. A slow start for a lot of people, including myself this morning, apparently. We don't have any issues on our roadways. We're looking at the Big Rock interchange right now, seeing a few cars out on the road, and this is what our live traffic map looks like right now. I'm not sure why there is a little icon. Okay, let me see. It looks like we have something going on right here. I'll just pull that up. That's at the South Terminal interchange. It looks like a stalled vehicle, right shoulder blocked in Little Rock, I-30 eastbound there at the interchange. So that could slow things down just a tad bit, but it looks like it is off to the right shoulder. So nothing that's going to cause any major delays. And that's all that we're seeing right now.
Developing now, tensions are reaching dangerous levels in the Middle East in the wake of the joint U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran.
President Trump says the strikes are aimed at stopping Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. He is also calling on the Iranian people to take their country back. The Pentagon says Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff will speak publicly about the operation later today.
And we're now confirming the first American casualties since the strikes began. 3 U.S. service members killed, at least 5 others hurt. CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
Rockets blasted over Israeli skies Monday morning after its defense forces exchanged fire with Hezbollah fighters in Lebanon. It comes 3 days after the U.S. and Israel launched strikes against Iran, killing its supreme leader. The Pentagon posted new video of strikes against Iranian targets overnight. Iran and its proxies have struck back with a barrage of missiles and drones aimed at Israel and American military interests in the region.
Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved.
Sunday, President Trump again said the strikes are necessary to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. He also vowed to avenge the deaths of at least 3 American service members killed in retaliatory strikes over the weekend.
Sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
The president told the New York Times the joint strikes may not end for 4 to 5 weeks and that he has 3 people in mind to run Iran. Iran's top security official says a committee will run the country. He also pushed back on reports that nuclear talks would resume, posting on social media, "We will not negotiate with the United States."
Iran is the mothership of terrorism, and it is about to sink.
President Trump's GOP allies in Congress have praised the strikes, while some Democrats are criticizing the administration for not consulting lawmakers first.
This is a disaster. It is illegal.
2 sources tell CBS News the Trump administration is expected to brief Congress as soon as tomorrow. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is offering UK bases in the Middle East to the United States for use of carrying out defensive strikes.
And overnight, officials in Cyprus say an Iranian drone may have struck a British Royal Air Force base, causing limited damage and no casualties.
This latest action is impacting far beyond the region. Airstrikes and missile fire are disrupting commercial air travel across parts of the Middle East, with several major airlines suspending service. At major hubs like Dubai and Tel Aviv, travelers are scrambling to rebook, some sheltering in place as security concerns grow stronger. The U.S. Embassy in Israel is urging Americans there to make their own departure arrangements and not to rely on government evacuation. Here at home, protesters gathered from coast to coast within hours of the strikes. Demonstrators meeting in major cities over the weekend, some opposing military action, others voicing support for change in Iran.
People in Iran have the right to determine for themselves their own future. And it's not up to us to meddle in the affairs of other countries.
I don't think the world knows how big of an event this is. And looking down 5 years, 10 years down the road, this would be a history-defining moment.
More rallies are planned nationwide today, including organized Stop the War events. We are already seeing the economic impact. Oil prices climbing sharply after the U.S. strikes on Iran, raising worries over disruptions to the global supply. Continued attacks in the region could limit Iran's ability to export oil, tightening the supply and pushing crude and gas prices higher. And now one major crude benchmark jumped Friday nearly 10%, rising from about $67 a barrel to $72.
The FBI is investigating what it calls a possible terror attack in Austin, Texas. Police say a gunman opened fire from an SUV into a crowded entertainment district early Sunday morning. The suspect then got out with a rifle and continued shooting. Within less than a minute, 3 officers on patrol shot and killed the suspect. 19 people were shot, 2 victims dying, with 3 others still in critical condition. Officers have identified that gunman as Jaga Janya, a naturalized U.S. citizen originally from Senegal.
There were indicators that on the subject and in his vehicle that indicate potential nexus to terrorism.
This is what keeps the intelligence community up at night. Not people directly associated with terrorist groups, but people who become inspired because of things that are happening in the world.
Investigators searching his home north of Austin say they found an Iranian flag and images of Iranian leaders. Authorities continue to review the motive.
Back here at home, THV 11 is your election central, and there is still time to cast your ballot in the primary. Early voting continues today from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But before you head out, be sure to check and confirm you are registered, and be sure to bring a valid photo ID with you to the polls. Tomorrow is primary election day. Polls open at 7:30 in the morning, closing at 7:30 tomorrow night. Unlike early voting, you'll need to go to the polling location assigned to you on your voter registration. And remember, if you are still in line by 7:30, you'll be allowed to cast your ballots. For complete election coverage, you can head to thv11.com. We'll post results and updates as soon as they're available and bring you the latest throughout the night.
A federal judge is ordering changes to how the state handles parole violations. U.S. District Judge Christine Baker ruling that while state law guarantees due process in parole revocation hearings, those protections often aren't followed in practice. Her preliminary injunction requires the state's post-prison transfer board, the parole board, to hold timely preliminary hearings, better document its decisions, and make sure people know they have the right to an attorney. The order also directs the state to identify individuals who may need disability accommodations. Arkansas now joins 8 other states under similar federal orders to bring their parole revocation process in line with U.S. Supreme Court rulings.
And now let's check in with meteorologist Tracy Bean and the forecast to help you plan your first day of the work week.
Well, it's March, of course, so we're talking more about severe weather and the potential for that later this week. But today, mainly cloudy skies out there, starting out in the 50s. We've got a boundary that's separating temperature-wise. North of us, a little bit cooler. South of us, a little bit warmer. We're just kind of stuck there in the middle. All together, plenty of sunshine later this afternoon, a little pop here and there, but most of the clouds. Unfortunately, looking for those highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s with those clouds. We sure would like a little bit more sunshine with that, though. As we're heading into the next few days, though, those rain chances will continue as we are making our way through the week. And some of these could be heavy at times as we're looking at potential for excessive rain on Wednesday and then possibly even Sunday. Some areas could get much rain as 5, even maybe 6 inches. So we'll talk more about the timing of all of that and what to expect coming up. Ashley, how's traffic this morning?
Tracy, things are looking pretty good right now. There are no issues, no slowdowns, no accidents that I could tell you about right now. No vehicle stalls or anything going on around the metro area. We're just looking right now at Interstate 40. This is around North Hills Boulevard, and it looks like the volume is starting to pick up just a little bit, but looking at our live traffic map, things are all good. We'll check it again coming up.
Still ahead this morning, beer byproducts may soon shape what's on your dinner plate. Still ahead, how leftover brewing waste could change the way lab-grown meat looks and tastes. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's 6:10 a.m. here in the capital city. THV 11 Morning News continues right after this.